Good morning. Thank you, everybody, for jumping on. I got a nice sized group today. Really appreciate it. Today, we're going to talk about, on episode number 201, we're going to talk about developing your top 100 nurture campaign. But before I get into that, I want to talk about my professional purpose, and that is to help you, the broker advisor, optimize your productivity and help you become the best version of yourself. Why? Because happy brokers sell more real estate. And I do that by helping you handle challenges and opportunities that you face every single day. And if you can effectively manage certain situations that arise on a daily basis in your business, you will be more productive and live a life that is the best version of you. And my ask is that you listen today as if you're in a one-on-one coaching session with me in my office or on a phone call, okay? Truly is bringing this to you one-on-one. That is my ask. On today's 201st episode of my Monday Morning Pep Talk, I'll take you through the steps of creating a top 100 nurture campaign that will help you maintain momentum with your top clients throughout the year. There is many different ways that a nurture campaign can be created, including through your CRM like Cloze, Follow Up Boss, or Salesforce. If that is the case, you can use today's call as a guide on how best to set up your internal programming and tasking within that CRM needed to execute what I feel is an example of a thoughtful approach. You can also schedule your follow-up tasks and reminders through your Microsoft Outlook or Google Suite, or if you are more analog, a spreadsheet can be used as well. The key, though, is that you maintain a constant drumbeat of activity with your clients throughout the year. And we'll explore different ideas and strategies on today's episode. First, let's define the word nurture. Nurture is defined as the process of caring for and encouraging growth or development of something or someone. Let me go through that again. Nurture is defined as the process of caring for and encouraging the growth or development of someone or something. There is a complete business plan wrapped up in that definition, right? It's pretty much what I talked about in episode 199, where I covered what I learned in 2011 about using giving as a business plan. My focus was to create a culture within my business that my clients wanted to come back to. They wanted to come back to me for all their real estate needs. So I didn't have to stay on the lead generation treadmill of constantly needing to generate new business. Um, the business came to me. I created a Salesforce of people that were out selling my business. And that's truly where you want to be if you don't want to be on that lead generation treadmill. And so during 2008 to 2013, when I was actively building out my brokerage business, I scheduled out a nurture campaign on an annual basis. Knowing what I know now, I think planning quarterly is the best approach because it syncs with our 12-week year planning method, which allows you to not only build out your personal and professional goals and tasks for the quarter, but it's a perfect time to create your marketing and nurture campaigns within that same time frame. So let's get to the how. Okay. Just to review, you've decided on a CRM or a more analog method. You've got it set up. So now what? It's time to execute consistently on creating your personal brand. Okay. That's what this is about, creating a personal brand around giving, caring, or like the definition stated, nurturing the relationships that know you, like you, and trust you as their real estate broker advisor. You should look at your entire top 100 like a big tray of batteries. Okay. You should look at your entire top 100 like a big tray of batteries, and each battery is a client. Now ask yourself, how much of a charge does each battery have? Which batteries need charging through a touch or a reach out? Look at the bigger D batteries as your top 100, in your top 100 as your platinum. The double A are your gold and the triple A are the silvers. The level of charge of your set of batteries will determine the level of profitability of your business, confirmed by simple math. So if that big tray of batteries is fully charged, guess what, guys? You're going to sell more real estate. If they don't have any charge, you're going to be in the grind. You're going to be in that constant treadmill of trying to lead generate business. So look at your clients as batteries, and they're charging your business. Okay. So here's how you charge those batteries. Okay. We want to develop consistent reach outs and touches. And reach outs and touches are defined as personal, thoughtful, one-on-one attempts to connect. They can be phone calls, text messages, quick video sent via text, a direct message via a social media app, or a handwritten note. Email marketing, social media posts, and direct mail do not count as a personal, thoughtful, one-on-one attempt to connect. All right, more on that later. If you have an opportunity to gift, do it. The nurture return on investment when you thoughtfully use an appropriate opportunity to gift cannot be underestimated. Key words are thoughtful and appropriate. Gifts have to be thoughtful and appropriate for the situation. I'd be remiss if I didn't remind you again, you cannot automate thoughtfulness. And because of this, I created a hierarchy of communication methods for this episode, starting with the most effective to the least effective. Okay. Number one, the most important or high touch that you can have is an in-person coffee, lunches, drinks, or dinners. I have to tell you one story. I'm going off script here, but it's my favorite one, so I'm going to share it. There is a story I was told about a farmer who lived in Southern Illinois, and he grew up on the farm, uh, spent his life, farming the land, and really didn't do much for him. He didn't do much for himself. He had he had Carhartts. He wore most every day. Just was a simple man. He did do one thing though. Okay, he bought a new Ford F-150 every 2 years, and the reason he did that is because the dealer invited him in for a coffee every year on his birthday. And that they sat down and just chatted and caught up. So what he felt he needed to do was buy a new Ford F-150 every 2 years because that dealer took the time to sit down with him and have a cup of coffee on his birthday. So you cannot tell me when you hear stories like that the number one reach out, touch method is an in-person coffee, lunch, dinner, or happy hour drinks, whatever it might be. Number two, appropriate and thoughtful gift. Number three, a handwritten note. Number four, events. I got a pro tip for you. Going off script here again. Use an event to help you categorize your top 100. You send out invitations to 50, 60, 75, 100 people, and there's those that do not respond after multiple attempts for an RSVP, guess what? Probably not a platinum or a gold. So use an event, not just to connect, but give you data on who you have the best connection with. Okay, that's my pro tip. Number five, a phone call, depending on the person, right? So 5 and 6 are could be, reversed. Phone call, number 5, depending on the person. Number 6, direct messages on social media. You want to take note who is commenting on content and actively following you. Okay. Those are the people that you reach out to. Find a way to connect with them on a higher level. Okay. 7, text messages, or you could do a text with a video. 98% of people read text messages. All right. Number 8, a direct email, right? So an email from your email address to their email address, checking in. I'm not sure why you would do that a lot, especially if you got direct messaging and texting that are going to be probably a higher quality opportunity for you. Number 9, mass mailed holiday cards. Okay, I got to talk to you about a pet peeve of mine. All right, not pet peeve. I take that back. If you're going to do your holiday cards to your clients and your friends, be very cognizant of the fact that if you handwrite those envelopes, except for maybe the return on the back, you're going to get a higher level of thoughtfulness that comes with that card. If it's just pre-printed or a label, you're not getting the full effect. Okay, it feels mass label, but I do feel that holiday cards and things like that are important, but be very careful how you look at the labeling of their address. You cannot go wrong with a handwritten label on the front, okay? Number 10, email marketing or direct mail campaign. Those are there really truly just to stay kind of front of mind a little bit, but they don't count as personal touches. All right. And what's scary is most brokers, advisors use this as their only approach to staying in touch with their clients. It's an easy way to mass produce um, a really low level of connection, but they don't count as personal touches. Okay. And many of them go into spam filters, get deleted, you get unsubscribed. So it's important to have an email marketing campaign, which we'll talk about in a little bit, but it does not count as a reach out or a personal reach out or a touch. Okay. So there's the top 10. No communication at all. You don't do anything, which most agents across the industry don't do. We know that based on the surveys that are done by Zillow and National Association of Realtors. We know that 90 to 92% of brokers do not reach out to their clients after a closing. And doing that's going to have your business in a danger zone pretty quickly. Remember, you lose 10% top of mind marketing placement each month you fail to maintain a relationship with a client. Okay. Those people are having to stay on that treadmill of lead generation, having to buy leads, having to do all that kind of stuff, right? Not where you want to be with in your business. All right. So here's another pro tip. On one of your tags on your CRM should be the contact's preferred mode of communication. So hashtag text, hashtag phone call, hashtag in person, hashtag DM. All right. So that should be a tag in your CRM. Here's the amount of times each quarter I would recommend to reach out to your top 100. Now, if you are a platinum, I would reach out, do these high touch reach outs at least 3 times per quarter. Understand that person's preferred method of communication. The gifting and acknowledgement of their birthdays and anniversaries should be special. Maybe it's not a birthday card, but it's a birthday lunch or a birthday dinner, right? They should be special. Remember, 80% of your business is somehow impacted by this small group. It's 20% of your database and your CRM. They should be treated like VIPs. It's quite possible that you'll see this group often in your local area. So reach outs could be converted to just, hey, I just saw them at the grocery store or at the club or at the gym, and I spent 5-10 minutes talking to them. They don't need a reach out if you see them constantly, but you want to make sure that you're staying in touch with them through gifting and other ways, okay, which we will get into here in a bit. When you look at that group of people and you're reviewing them, you're reviewing that lead, you want to ask yourself, am I in a good place with them? Am I in a good place with them? And that's the key with your platinums. You want to make sure you're looking at those people consistently to make sure you're in a good place with them. Okay? Here's your gold. Gold should have two reach outs or touches per quarter. The strategy is the same as the platinum, but your level of gifting will be different. This is still an incredibly important group of people, but they do not rise to the level of your platinum VIPs. Silver, one reach out touch per quarter. Okay. This strategy is somewhat the same, but again, you may not gift this group unless it's an incredibly important change in that person's life, like a graduation, wedding, birth, etc. And even then, the level of gift would not be to the level of a platinum or a gold. As a side note, with your silver category, you are trying to convert them and move them to gold or platinum. All right. If after all of your efforts, if that relationship doesn't advance, that relationship could be moved to fringe or what we would basically be everybody else. If a higher quality relationship is added to your CRM, okay, this is where you're kind of playing chess with your top 100. I looked at it like a game of chess, like I said, moving my relationships, contacts around as needed and did not go past a week without making those changes that arose within my CRM. Okay, now you've got the fringe, everyone else should be 6 to 7 emails per quarter minimum. This is through your active pipe or your marketing, your email marketing platform. Make sure you're connected with them on social media as well so they can consume your content. You're also going to have that drumbeat of email marketing to all of your clients, not just the fringe and everyone else, but you're just going to delegate the fringe and everyone else just to email marketing campaigns or direct mail. Okay. So you're going to want to use an informational email that provides value, okay, at least 6 to 7 times per quarter, which is 2 to 3 a month, to your entire top 100 and fringe that have a newsletter feel or general information about the market. If you're a Jameson Sotheby's International Realty agent using our Active Pipe campaign, you would want to use our quarterly market snapshots, Imagine newsletters, and a few of the myriad of other content that our really terrific marketing department is providing you as templates. Okay, using your tagging within your CRM and Active Pipe, you can send hyper local, just sold, or just listed to those people that live in a close proximity to that specific property that will find that information valuable. That's what we call evidence of success. You are having success in the market that they live. But it's key that you are not you're not spamming them. It's got to be, email marketing has to be informational. And if it is, it can be very, very effective, but it cannot be looked at as a touch, right? So anyway, so that's the email marketing. Now let's talk about the hot list. The hot list, you should review it daily and contact the client as needed, never to go more than 3 days. Warm list, review the client's needs each week and make a contact at least every 2 weeks or as needed, depending on their situation. Your top 100 referral partners around the country, all right, that you do business with, that you send and receive referrals from, you should have one touch reach out per quarter. Okay, so here are some specific ideas you can use to thoughtfully and appropriately connect with your top 100. And in no particular order here, but I've got 13 of them. You should have a birthday recognition program. The best ROI I had on anything that I did was my birthday program, and that I sent out a handwritten card with a $10 gift card to Starbucks. It was amazing the impact I got from that, and it was low cost, high impact, pretty easy to implement. Number 2, anniversary recognition, the anniversary of their purchase of their home. You should recognize the annual anniversary purchase of their home, and a real estate review should be part of this process, updating them on the value of their home. Number 3, you can book reservations for special events and arrivals if you're in a second home market, but understand you're not necessarily paying for the dinner, but if you're in a second home market, or of special occasions and there's a new hot restaurant in town, it costs you nothing to go in 2-3 months in advance and put a reservation in, and then put them on it closer to the date. Seen that work really, really well. Number 4, Thanksgiving and holiday gifting. Number 5, Happy New Year's text messages or emails. On about the 2nd or 3rd of January, you're wishing them a Happy New Year and sending gratitude for the business and the opportunities and the referrals that they've given you. I found that to be a really important process for me when I was running my business. It was a lot of people have had time over the holidays to think about their situation, and you can give them a little bit of love right around the first of the year. Tax status reporting. If there's a homeowner's exemption somewhere, is there a homeowner's exemption somewhere active on your client's home? If there's not, then let them know about it. In Cook County, from what I understand, every 3 years they drop off if not renewed. So have the PIN numbers of your client's home and go find out. Make sure their tax exemption is active. You'd save them $500, $600, $700 a year just by making them aware and giving them instructions on how to do that. Number 7, events. Support a boutique or small business, and host an event. Most will be happy to be introduced. Most of those businesses would be happy to be introduced to new clients. They will in turn refer you their clients. Okay. I love cooking classes is a way to get groups of your clients together. Number 9, invite clients to broker open houses of spectacular listings in their neighborhood where you've got the listing. Invite them over to join you for a broker's open house or a Sunday open house. If you get invited to a party with children, this is number 11, arrive with party appropriate gifts for the kids. Okay. If it's a pool party or something like that you've been invited to, bring some pool toys. Go spend 50 to 100 bucks. It'll be a wonderful way to show your commitment to them. Number 12, bring a bottle of wine or a big bottle of Magnum wine to dinner parties with super important clients. 13, last but not least, and I love this one because I'm a pet lover, do not forget to gift the pets. It's a thoughtful and appropriate way to connect with your top 100. Okay, now you've got a few ideas to get the creativity flowing, right? On how best to connect with your clients. And it's not always about the price tag, it's about the thought. The fact that you took the time to remember them and act is what matters. It's what we call thoughtfulness. So every quarter, look and prepare as much as you can on the who, how, and when to best manage your nurture campaign. Most of this should already have been set up in your CRM. And this is why having the systems and technology built and set up is so important, because it'll pay you back your time and investment over and over and over. Now, I will tell you, if this all seems incredibly overwhelming, here is another pro tip. Focus just on your platinum and gold and move your silver clients to fringe. I'd rather have you go all in on your top groups than to get frustrated or run out of time and do nothing. Okay. Also, I would take another look at your 3-year vision. Is it big enough? If you're not jumping out of bed every day to build your business brick by brick, client by client, you are not thinking big enough. You're not thinking big enough. So look at that 3-year vision. When was the last time you looked at it? Do you have one? Team, to wrap up this episode, I cannot emphasize enough the power of creating, maintaining, and compounding strong relationships within your business. There is no marketing strategy that comes even close to the ROI, to that which we discussed today. Creating a quarterly nurture campaign is high impact, low cost, and fairly easy to implement. You don't have to have a big budget to execute on what was discussed on this episode. This is going to be an important email that you're going to get tomorrow. Okay. It's going to be, 4 full pages of notes. We went almost 25 minutes on this call, which is longer than normal. If you're not on this email or getting this email, go onto my Instagram, in my profile link, and sign up for the content, or just send me an email to askjimmiller.com. This is a super, super important call. It'll be on my playlist on my website as well. And hopefully you found it super helpful, because it will take your business to an incredibly new level if you follow through and focus on this strategy. Okay, have a great week, everyone. I appreciate it so much. Bye.